The Jack Benny Program, presented...
Now, Polly, it's time for you to go to sleep. It's 9:30. Not so loud. You'll wake up Mr. Benny. Quiet. I have enough trouble trying to get that man to go to sleep. Instead of counting sheep, he makes me count his money, and he keeps one eye open. Dear Diary, today I am especially proud of finished all my normal household chores a minute, and Mr. Benny me for cleaning the house so fast. He said I was the only man to break the sound barrier with a vacuum cleaner. And again, I got more than he did. Before Mr. Benny went to bed, he asked me if I had any ideas he could next television. He couldn't miss if he'd just do the things in real life. Like, the morning started out normally enough, but able to happen in the house.
Amazing the things they have nowadays. Shaving cream with Diaxin in it. Shaving cream with chlorophyll in it. Had to chase all over town to find shaving cream with soap in it. I'm all shaved. Nothing like a nice... I forgot to put a blade in it.
Hello. Polly?
Hello, hello.
Who's down there?
Mister.
Hello, boss. Are you shaving?
Yeah.
Blades.
At the market, Rochester.
Food for the week.
Yeah.
Butter, bread, meat, usual supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week I'm going to have to shop at a different market.
Why? What's wrong with our regular?
You know how they always charge less for cans that are bent?
Yeah?
Well, this morning they caught me bending them.
Yourself bending cans so you can get them cheaper. I'm glad you were caught.
They wouldn't have caught for a mop. Tried to bend a bottle of milk.
Now stop making things up. I'll answer that. Put the...
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Jack.
This is Mary.
Oh, Mary, I was just thinking... What's on your mind?
What are you doing right now?
Nothing. Why?
Sitting here thinking, and I'd like to talk to you about.
Gee, it sounds important.
Oh, it is, Jack. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time, and now that I've worked up enough courage...
Look, Mary, important. As soon as I finish shaving, I'll come over to your apartment.
I'll come over there. I'll take a taxi cab and be right over.
Well, all right. Goodbye. I never heard Mary sound so sick. I wonder what she wants to talk to me. It must be important. The cab fare from her house to $20. $1.30 when you get stuck by that. Oh, well. I still can't imagine what Mary wants to see me about. Couldn't be about her contract. She just signed a new one. Say, I know what it is. I mean, she's always turned me down. Sweet. Her mind. That's what it is. That's all it could be. Ya-dum-ba-bum-bum-bum. You know, Rochester, today you can say anything you want to because you're in a really good mood.
You are?
Yep. You know, for years, I've been asking Miss Livingston to marry me, and she's always turned me down. Coming over to accept.
No. Congratulations.
Thanks. Now, when Mr. picks up 2 glasses of champagne.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, I just can't get over it. Oh, boy, it'll be wonderful when Mary and I are married. We'll be able to go on vacations together, file joint income tax returns. Hey, there'll be a little stranger. Hey, wait a minute. I've been asking Mary to marry me for years. She's always turned me down. Well, she can come over here, and I'm going to ask her again, just like that. I'm going to play hard again. I'll tease her a little bit. Maybe I'll even make her propose to me, and... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make her propose to me, and propose to me, and propose to me, and... Yes, sir, that's what I may even make her kneel down when she asks me. Oh, gosh. Gee, I better be careful. I don't want to know how I am. I better restrain myself.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
I do. I mean, it didn't take you long to get here, did it?
Just right over.
Good. Now, come on over. Sit.
No, you sit down.
All righty. Well, me about Mary. Oh, what does he want to tell me?
Where's Rochester?
He's in the...
Well, Jack,
Uh-huh.
there's something that's been on my mind for a...
Huh?
Well, it's such a delicate subject. You know, it's kind of a...
Now, look, Mary, you called me. What is it you want to say to me?
Well, Jack, Jack, something has got to be done about your being...
Mary. Is that tell me?
Yes, Jack, and everybody in town is talking about it.
About me being cheap?
Yes.
Jack.
Well, Barbara Stanwyck, Danny Kaye, Gary Cooper...
I only asked for one. Anyway, that's a fine gang. With that head of hair of his. He's so cheap, he won't even spend 35 cents for a haircut.
And a half now. Oh, I'm Jack. But I don't have a friend left in the world.
Well, look, Mary. To show you cheap. Now, you're all dressed. I'll tell you what. I'll take you to dinner. We'll go dancing and everything. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but I have a date for tonight.
Oh, with whom?
Oh, somebody. You don't know him.
Oh.
Well, I guess I better be running.
Okay. Very funny thing when you called and said you had something to say to me. I thought that going to, well...
Going to what?
Nothing.
Oh, well, goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, Matilda. You don't look good.
I got a headache.
Oh, feel good.
Champagne?
It's 7-Up with an Alka-Seltzer in it.
Rochester.
Boss? Yes?
Do you think I'm cheap?
Oh, no, boss. I wouldn't say cheap. A little snug, maybe, but not cheap.
I knew you'd understand.
Well-
Now I'm going to lie down here on the couch a while. This thing up.
Oh, no, leave it there. Ask for a raise.
Oh, don't. Poor Mary decided to marry me. I certainly asked her. She the first house there. It was Dollar Day. God, imagine Mary and me getting married.
And now, before I pronounce you man and wife, I must ask you these questions. And do you know that Lucky's are made of that tobacco?
I do.
How many? LS. LS. Lucky Strike means fun. Do you have a cigarette? And do you have a lighter? Good. To man and wife.
Should be married to Mary. I have a family.
made it again. I sure to the bus stop. You know, standing behind that counter all day long, my feet...
Yeah, that May Company sure was busy today.
Certainly were.
Hello, Mrs. Benny.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Kratzmeyer. How are the children?
Well, Leonard and Julius are fine.
Oh, that's good.
But Erwin, Natalie, Herman, Catherine, Sophie, Rafe, and Michael have...
That's too bad.
Yeah, and what a time for it to happen. The oldest one starts school next week.
Everything happens.
I better close the window before I catch a cold, too.
You know, Emily, I'm kind of sorry we had to work so late. I was kind of at home early because today's my anniversary.
Really? How long you been married to that blue-eyed schnook?
21 years.
Oh, well. I fell from myself once. I'll never forget the first time he walked into the store. Has he still got the ukulele?
He's got something worse, a violin.
Oh, boy, how's your daughter?
Oh, she's fine. She's 17 now, you know.
Gee, time sure flies.
Yeah. Well, I guess I better begin again. I'll see you tomorrow, Emily. Good night.
Get out in the morning.
Okay. Oh, hello, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Mother. So I didn't hear you come.
Well, Johnny finished with time.
I know, but I'm doing it. I never should have asked Daddy to help me. Look, he did some of my math problems. Answer came out 39.
What's the number? At least it keeps the house clean. Where's Daddy now?
He's in there.
No. I wish you'd stop scratching on that thing.
I know just how you feel. At school, they can't understand initiation.
I know what you mean.
That's who.
Tyrone Power.
Hello, wife. My little sweetheart.
You don't even know what today is.
I do, too. It's our wedding anniversary. It was years ago today that you said...
Yeah, me and my big mouth. For 21 years you've been telling me you're going to be a big radio actor. When is it going to happen? When?
Well,
Don't pick on Daddy. He's such a good cook.
you're darn right. All day long I've been slaving over a hot...
Oh, hi, Calvin.
Hello, Joni.
Come on in. Calvin, I want you to meet my parents.
Honey.
No, this is my mother. Daddy, take off that apron.
Oh, yes.
You young folks like to be left alone?
No, thanks.
I mean...
Well?
Would you like to sit down?
Uh-huh. Gee, you've got a big radio, a piano, and a television set.
It's awfully hard. On the piano.
Gee.
Mother? Yes, that when he was in the Navy.
Gee. Underneath it says Admiral.
That's the name of the television set. There's some pictures in the family album. Would you like to see them?
Oh, sure.
Here's Cousin Rita. And over here is Mother and Daddy's wedding picture.
Oh, wait a minute. A violin.
Everybody notices that. He played at his own wedding.
What are you laughing at?
As they marched down the aisle to the strains of Oh Promise Me, Mama had to hold...
No.
That was me when I started school,
Look, only 2 years old.
so I could start working.
Dinner's on the table. Time to eat. Come on, Joni. Excuse us, Calvin.
Jack, ask him to dinner.
Huh? Oh, yes, yes. Now, if his family is rich, very well. After all, you can't keep working forever. You too, Calvin. Come on. Food's here. That's it right over there. And Calvin...
Mr. Benny.
No, I'll serve. I'll serve.
Oh, boy, what are we having? Turkey or steak?
Stew. You know, with an extra person, I want to be sure that it's real fine.
Well, if you haven't got enough, I'll be glad to...
No, I'll manage. Now, give me your plate, Calvin. Calvin, say that your father works in a bank. Is that right?
Jack, I'll do the turkey.
Well, all right. I have a surprise for you kids anyway. I'll be right back.
While we have dinner.
Jack, will you put that down?
Mary, it isn't often that, you know.
Mr. Benny, why didn't you before the food gets cold?
No, Of course, I show your appreciation for the music. Empty plate right there on the table. Huh?
All I can. I didn't mind working all these years. You're selling my friends. But now you're dances. And why? Because cheap, do you hear? That's what you are. Cheap.
I'm not cheap. I'm not.
Wake up!
A little snub, maybe, but not cheap.
Raymond!
Yes. You're right, Rochester. You know, I had a... Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Mary.
Oh, hello, Mary. What is it?
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking about those things I said to you today.
Oh, that's all right. Say, Mary, you want to hear something funny? I just had a dream that you and I have been years, and we had a 19-year-old daughter named Joan.
Was I still working at the May Company?
Yeah.
Oh. Good night, Jack.
And things are off to Benny. Quite a person. Because in honor of his birthday this month, his picture is on the cover of this week's issue. He'll go for them. It feels now that he's approaching 40. For a golfer, it's been quite an approach. This is quite a... done by a real talented portrait, and he had to sit for it, too. The artist came over to the house, 3 eggs left over, so Mr. Benny made him do the kitchen. Only man in Hollywood. Well, I guess I'll turn in now. Okay, Polly, I'm ready to go to sleep.
But first,
this is. It looks like so, doesn't it? Far from it. Actually, this instrument has a clear taste of Lux. What you were just looking at, advice for measuring the moisture content of tobacco about to be made into cigarettes in a Lucky Strike mix. And believe me, it depends a lot on maintaining proper moisture content. Too much moisture, and your cigarette will burn too slow, will taste dry. That's why the American Tobacco Company keeps a sharp eye on the moisture content of the fine every Lucky during aperture. Here's how Robert Pendleton, who operates the instruments for moisture after the tobacco has been... He pushes a container under the specially designed, the long prongs buried, then elected of that tobacco on a dial. He asks the fine, a lot of expert line. The moisture test is just one of the hundreds of quality controls regularly made to be sure that you get all the better taste of Lucky's fine tobacco. For smoking enjoyment is all a matter, and the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better, cleaner. So be happy.
Thank you much, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, on radio and on television, I'm not supposed... But I'm sure that most of you know that Mary is really to have them both take a bow. And I was very proud. You did a fine job, didn't you, Mary?
I thought so.
Joni, would you like to do another TV show with me?
I'll have to talk to my agent.
Your agent? Joni, I'm your father.
I know, but Mother told me to get...
week from tonight on this same station, Ann Southern returns in Private Secretary. And don't forget, in 3 weeks, the Jack Benny Show will have as his guest star, Miss Helen Hayes. The Jack Benny to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer. This is Don Wilson.
This is the CBS television...